Good day, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. It's April 12th, and it's time to do the Easter abnormal buy orders. Now, even though we got 12 different Easter skins being accepted last week, we've only received one abnormal. Now, yeah, that might be a bit of a surprise, but hey, we did see 2 new Easter items being introduced, and when a new item is introduced, by default, it will be abnormal. But there is a bit of a problem because, well, the egg suit technically already leaked into the game last year. So how about we start off talking about the egg suit, and then we'll talk about the likes of the White Rustige Egg, and then the Easter Chick Door. And then afterwards, we'll discuss prices for all of the other skins, which will become marketable when we see the Rustige rotation tomorrow. And of course, with it being 2 weeks of Easter this year, the next Rustige rotation tomorrow will be expected to be Easter skins as well. So, yep, let's move on. Let's now start discussing the egg suit. So basically, guys, last year, this was supposed to be released, but it wasn't. Something went wrong. Facepunch decided to not release it. But for some strange reason, people could still get this in high-quality bags. So some people managed to do that. And of course, we've already seen many instances of this being sold on the Steam market, as you can see here. And of course, very recently as well. And funnily enough, literally this guy here, about just over 10 days ago, yeah, he bought this for $1,500. And just a few days later, it was now selling in the Rust store for $10. Big oof. So yeah. You might have now realised that the very, very high buy orders have now since disappeared, and it's very likely that some of those people that bought this fairly recently saw that this is now in the Rust store for $10 and thought, right, the best thing that I could do right now is just sell to those high buy orders that I see there and just grab what I can and move on. Because yes, this will become $10 very, very soon. And all of these buy orders, well, it's very interesting because I bet loads of people bought the egg suit purely with the intent to try and sell to these high buy orders and get that very quick profit. So what we're going to see today is a load of people chasing to try and get those very high buy orders, as in they're going to try and sell it as fast as they can. It's going to be very silly, it's going to be very goofy, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to watch that happen because I'm going to be chasing after the other 2 skins, or rather the Chick Door and the White Rustige Egg. So my chat, I ask you, would you be able to record this for me? And when we're obviously at the point where we're talking about abnormal buy order support and whatnot, we can actually watch this ourselves and see how ridiculous this is. So if you're one of those people that bought this with a pure intent to sell to one of these high buy orders, think like this, strategize. Loads of people are going to be trying to go for those high buy orders, these $125 buy orders right there. There's also people with bots and whatnot, and they're going to be moving at the speed of like a nanosecond, all right? Maybe it's smarter to just go for like the $27 buy order. You know, you make a very nice quick profit and you've probably got a lot less competition because everybody's probably thinking to go over for these buy orders. So yeah, just something I thought you might want to consider. Sounds good. So yeah, this egg suit selling for $10, and well, it's already been on the Steam market for a very long time. As we can see, it's already got well over 2,000 requests to buy. Guys, I've already attacked this with like 3 different accounts. I've got the $1 buy order priority, I've got the $3 buy order priority, I've got the $5 to $6 priority. I can't remember what price I offered. But basically, last year, Facepunch was saying that they were going to release this for 2023. It even says it in the description right there. And they said they're going to try and sell it for around $12. Obviously, that didn't happen. It sold for $10, but same enough. But yeah, point is, will this hold its value? Most likely no. I reckon a lot of people have bought these, and I reckon a lot of these will be probably appearing on the Steam market afterwards, much like we'd normally see with the likes of all of the other holiday items. But will it actually hold that price? Well, let's go take a look at the likes of what was a very expensive item that we saw appear quite recently. What was it? It was the face mask. Do you remember the Halloween face mask selling for like $10? What was it? Was it $8 or $10? We'll find out in a second. Where is it? Where are you? Here we are. Yeah, hockey mask, $8. Now it's selling for $2. However, that wasn't exactly as interesting as the egg suit, I guess you could say. The main point being that you can draw whatever you want in this, so it's always going to have some decent value to it. Like, imagine this. There's going to be a lot of groups out there that are going to want to have an egg suit so they can draw whatever they want in it, and then everybody in their group has the same like thing on them, and then of course you can run around, roam and shoot and attack and do all kinds of silly things dressed up as eggs. So yes, it's not exactly the best armor or clothing. I understand that, yeah, but there's still loads of silly things people would probably want to do whilst dressed up as an egg, or rather a different kind of coloured egg. You get the idea. I still think this is probably going to go down to about $5. At its worst, maybe around $3. It has its uses. It's fun. It's goofy. But with the amount that are likely going to get bought and the interest in it, it's probably not going to last forever. So my main point is you probably want to put down maybe a $3 to $5 buy order. I don't know if the idea of, colouring in and your own style and whatnot on the egg is going to, keep interest and make it last forever, if you know what I mean, in terms of interest and value. In short, I think it's going to end up at around $5. At its worst, as I said, maybe $3. So keep an eye on that. That's something we'll have to consider. So maybe if you've got a buy order and you want to play it safe, I would sit here and say maybe if you want to play it safe, offer like $2, $2.50. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, maybe offer about $4. If you really want to go for it, go up to $5 or $6. But don't be surprised if it goes down in price quite a significant amount. So wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this gets brought back next year for Easter. What price will it sell for then? I don't know. I don't know if it's always going to be $10. But yeah, let's also not forget, this very likely will be appearing tomorrow as well. This very likely will be in the Rust store tomorrow. We got 2 weeks of Easter, so let's also take that into consideration. So 2 weeks of having the egg suit available in the Rust store. Yeah, you can imagine this will probably be this will be bought by quite a lot. So yeah, give it a reasonable amount of time. This is very likely going to end up below its Rust store price. But will it improve? When we hit post-Christmas time, will it go even higher? Very likely will. Yeah, it probably go up and above $10. But when we see Easter again next year, it's either going to sell for the exact same price or potentially less. So be prepared for that. All good. So yeah, safe buy order, $2 to $2.50, bit more aggressive, $4 to $5. Simple as. Right. So now we need to discuss the likes of the other things. So let's go back over to the present time. Come on, send me back to my time. We have the Easter chick door. Let's sort this out. So Easter chick door, it's very silly, it's very goofy, and we are expecting potentially to see the rock tomorrow, because this actually was an early pick, very strange. This was picked ahead of the rock. I don't know fully what happened there. I get the feeling we might see the Easter chick rock tomorrow. It's, as I said, very goofy. The fact that you have a little duck here for the door handle with his little beak as the handle is really, really silly. Really, really cute. I get the feeling, right, this is going to have a very nice bit of demand as time goes on. I fully believe, right, that when times are good, well, loads of people are very interested in playing Rust at the time, this will flourish. This will do nicely. It's only sold around 21,000 sales at the moment. That's that's an estimate, right? SCMM cannot track every single person, so just keep that in mind. So, yeah, 20,000 sales, that's not ridiculous in the grand scheme of things. It's probably going to do quite all right. And if we do see the rock being accepted as well, I think it's got a pretty decent future ahead of it. Now, next year, will we see the return of Easter chick? Will we see more Easter chick skins being made? Wouldn't be surprised. KK, you've made a fun little goofy thing here. Lots of people clearly appreciate it. It's the best-selling skin of the week. So, yeah. In terms of the buy orders, though, I will have to think very safely. Remember, bad times ahead. CSGO major tournaments just around the corner. Loads of people are going to be looking at the CSGO economy throughout these next few months because of, well, the CSGO major and Source 2 coming out. I mean, even the likes of Abyss Metal Door struggling as well, down 23%. Not the best. So, with this right here, kind of wouldn't be surprised if this also goes below its Rust door price at some point. However, when times are good, will that easily improve? I wouldn't be surprised. Easter chick door, I think will be doing nicely in the future, but I still expect it to go below its Rust door price. I will probably do something like $1.70. That would be a more aggressive buy order. I think I'm going to do $1.20 to $1.70, and hopefully it will hold, and hopefully, when times are good, people go crazy for it. They want their lovely Easter chicky door. I don't think we're going to see a goofy door like this ever being made again, unless we get the likes of Easter chick armored door next year, with the beak opening. Keke, I've got ideas! So yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe the buy order support will go all the way up. Maybe it will flourish immediately. There's no guarantees for anything, but I do expect all Rust skins to suffer as we enter the next few months. May, June, July, we've got CSGO Major Tournament, we've got the Summer Sale, we've got Source 2 coming out for CSGO. These next few months aren't looking super great for Rust, and all of these skin prices very likely will be going down. Sorry for hiccuping there. I think sorry about that. So yeah, $1.20 is my safe buy order. $1.70 is my more aggressive buy order. At $2.49, I don't think it's holding that price. And now we're going to go down to the White Rustige Egg. So there's an important point that I just mentioned there at the door. SUMM cannot track every single account. And we need to take this into consideration with the White Rustige Egg. So one of the main problems that I pointed out, right? One of the main problems that I pointed out with the likes of the Rustige eggs was, and I'll show you right here, the original ones did not sell that much, and therefore they flourished very nicely. Then the next batch sold a fairly, significant. There's more of them. Let's go with that. There's more of these that were bought, so they didn't really rise up in price as much, but they still rose in price. $6 here, $6 here, and then they both rose up to above $9. Very nice to see. And now, when we saw the likes of the Rustige green egg come out, this had a few thousand being bought. And with that, unfortunately, it didn't really go up anywhere. It's Easter. Technically, it was Easter right now, and it never went above its Rustore price, which is very sad to see. But that's because there's so many of them that were bought. There's a lot of them in circulation, so there are problems here. But that was a $5 Rustige egg. This one right here, this is $6.49. And a lot of you might be sitting there saying, there's only 159 in supply. Remember, SUMM can only track a certain amount of players. And when those people in private accounts end up selling theirs in the Steam market and put them on third-party sites and whatnot, that's when SUMM is able to track it. That's when SUMM is able to properly figure out how many of these are in circulation. So at the moment, yes, it has a high price, but I don't think that's going to... Let me put it this way. I don't think that's going to stop people from buying a fairly reasonable amount. Like, I've already seen quite a significant amount of people buying the egg suit, for example. Let's just go take a look at that real quickly. How many people bought the egg suit? Well, there's this guy right here that's bought 192. So we can see people think there's opportunities to be had, but yeah, you get the idea. So basically, guys, there's one thing that I've learned with Rustige eggs, especially the ones that struggled, the green ones. This went down in price quite low. So this was a $5 Rustige egg, but at its lowest point, so let me just point out to you right now, this is currently selling for $4.55. This is what the buy orders look, that's what the sales look like. It could go up to $5 if there was enough interest, but there's not enough interest. So as I scroll down here, and as you can see, I'm selling oh wow, I'm selling 8. Oh, I didn't mean to sell that much. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't keep an eye on the amount that you're selling. I was doing auto sell on my inventory. I have my Steam inventory helper, but I wasn't keeping an eye on it. But the main thing that I wanted to... So, yeah, main thing that we're concerned about is the low point. And that low point was right here. Last year during the summer. I did point this out to you. Summertime this year is something we're to be prepared for. During this point right here in 2022, this was selling for $1.50, $1.60. That is how bad it got. So it had a high point last year, and then it went all the way down. So yeah, this has been struggling every now and then. And when times are good, when it's Easter, it did go up. But main point is, I get the feeling that this might be following the same footsteps. I do believe we've probably got 1,000 or 2,000 that have been bought. I believe that we're probably going to see potentially the lowest point being around $2 to $3, but when times are good again, it will just easily bounce back up again. There's no guarantee, right? No guarantee that that's the case, but that's my assumption. And we're not going to find out anything until people can actually trade and sell theirs, which of course would start tonight. So as of tonight, SUMM will be able to track a whole lot more of them, and we'll see if there's potentially more than 159. I'm fully sure there is definitely a whole lot more than that. But if you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, and enjoy it. But if you're looking at this with a financial perspective, I do think this will be going below its Rustore price at some point. So I'm sitting here saying maybe $2.50 to maybe up to $4. I think that's going to be the play, $2.50 to $4. But again, the main thing that I'm concerned about is how many have sold. So, yeah, I expect this to be in the Rustore tomorrow as well. So, technically speaking, this will be available for 2 weeks as well. So, let's just keep an eye out for that. All good. So, yeah, you don't have to rush into buying it. But I don't 100% know if this is going to be in the Rustore tomorrow. I get the feeling it will be. I also get the feeling we're probably going to see the nest hat and the egg and the bunny hat appear tomorrow as well. This is the first year that we've ever had 2 weeks of Easter. So yeah, maybe they decided to change some things up, and they only wanted to have the egg suit and the Rustige egg being available for 2 weeks. So yeah, right. So we discussed all the prices that we're going to do for the abnormal skins and the, of course, the items. But yeah, now we're going to talk about what prices we might want to offer for all of the regular Easter skins. So, guys, by default, holiday themed skins, they don't hold up very nicely. The very second it's not Easter anymore, people aren't going to care about them. This applies to Halloween, this applies to Christmas, I guess you could say Valentine's as well. The very second it's not that time, people don't care anymore. Simple as. So, what we're going to do in regards to all of these? Honestly, I've seen furnaces, and by default during the year, especially last year, it was very noticeable. All the furnaces that came out during 2022, at one point, they were all below the rust ore price. So, oh, it's happened now. It's already happening. So, yeah. And one thing that I also want to point out, this bunny furnace, very, very gimmicked for Easter. During Easter, it never went up above its rust ore price. Never, not once, not once. That's very sad to see, isn't it? So, yeah. This new one right here, buddy, I don't think it's going to hold its price. In fact, I think it's going to struggle. If we go by cheapest, so lowest price, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down to about 90 cents at its lowest. It might reach a low point of this. It very likely could happen. I mean, look at the Spring Carrot House here. This was the Easter furnace 2 years ago. Now it's selling for 88 cents. That's how bad it is. That only sold 12,000. So, yeah. I, by default, don't think it's going to hold up. If you want to play it extra safe, just offer 80 cents. If you want to play it a bit more aggressive, go up to $1. But I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this does go below $1. So be prepared for that. Just point it out. Right, Garden of Easter hoodie and pants. Guys, I think this would be a nice thing to have in the lead up to next year, for next Easter, because of course now we're expecting from Decapitator to make the tier 2 armor, but we have to wait a year. And basically, I will now talk about what happened with last year's Garden of Easter skins. For the vast majority of last year, this tier 3 armor, let's just go take a look, and you will see, yeah, it got cheap. At its lowest point, around here in the summer, this was selling for like 55 to 60 cents at its lowest. In fact, its lowest point was actually around here, November time, yeah. So yeah, 55 cents seems to be its lowest point. What I'm saying is, I feel like the exact same thing's going to happen to the likes of the where are we? Yeah, same here. Oh, that was cheaper. The chest plate was even cheaper, 46 cents, I reckon. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, I'm sitting here saying that this is very likely going to end up at a very low point of around 50 cents. That's probably the best thing to go for, because when we hit next year, when we get into the anticipation time for Easter, this will get bought out and this will rise up in price. And then if we do see tier 2 appear, we will see that spike in demand and that spike in price. But unfortunately, it didn't last very long for this, did it? It went up and then it went down. And that was it. So, yeah. But it's still doing a lot better than what it was doing most of last year. So if you bought at its lowest point last year and sold now, you still make a profit. So yeah, I get the feeling that the hoodie and pants will be struggling. I get the feeling that it's best to just put down like a 50 to 60 cent buy order. 50 to 60 cent will be what I say. And of course, next year, you'll sell it for a very decent profit. It's long-term thinking, all right? Long-term thinking. And we know Ruskin prices are going to struggle over the course of the next few months. We've got the carrot yoker, guys. I dabbled with the idea that, we've seen quite a lot of food-themed Iokas. We've got the banana one, we've got the cucumber one. Cucumber one, even though as we're going through these bad times, it's only down by 5%. This sold like 25,000 almost. This right here, the carrot yoker. Carrot yoker's probably going to maybe end up with around 15,000 in circulation. It's goofy, it's a bit silly, but I don't think people would care enough about it. Honestly, the carrot yoker, unless it gets manipulated, like the cucumber yoker, I just get the feeling it's probably going to end up fairly cheap. And if it does end up really cheap, there's something that I want to just point out to you. Last year, with the Pixel Yoker, this was selling as low as 80 cents. I was having routinely tons of people dump all of their Pixel Yokers all onto me at like 80 cents each. And then, of course, post-Christmas time, I was selling them and making a fairly decent profit. Also, I could have just considered to turn them all into metal and then sell the metal. That could have happened. But yeah, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if that happens with these two Yokers. So maybe an 80 cent buy order. maybe you just want to do 70 to 90 cents. That's basically what I'm going to say. There might be a ha how silly this skin is type of reaction to it for a few days, but I don't think it's going to hold its value. I think this will also suffer. So 70 to 90 cents. Then we got the likes of the Sweet Treat, Bandana and Boonie. I think these look really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Duck ends up making some more of these next year. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So Boonie hats, by default, Boonie hats are actually pretty good investments. Boonie hats don't really struggle at all. Boonie hats, gentlemen, are probably one of those safe things that you can buy, and at the very least, it will retain its value. So will this go below its rough store price? Maybe for a very short amount of time, but then after that, it'll probably flourish. It's a very tasty-looking Sweet Treat Boonie. Pizza Boonie right here is also holding up quite nicely, but this has barely hit 10,000 sales. So with the bandana as well, my only concern really is the bandana. A bandana that isn't part of a collection tends to struggle. Yes, it does pair up very... Oh my god, that's already gone down in price. Oh dear. Oh no. Yeah. So that happened, didn't it? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more Sweet Treat stuff being submitted next year. In the long term, I think this will probably go below its rough store price for a while. But then when we potentially, reach Easter, and then when we see potentially new pieces appear next year, it will do nicely. But I'm probably going to sit here and say, let's just quickly find out what the cheapest bandana is. Not the default one, please. Not the default one. So not these are all default. Let's not care about this. Oh, we've got Egg Thief right here. 87 cents. Wow, there's only 2,000 of them and they're selling 87 cents. That's actually quite a surprise. That is actually quite a surprise. That came out in 2019 and it's selling at that price and there's only that amount. That takes me by surprise. Anyway, yeah, I think you could probably go down to maybe 75 cents to 85 cents if you want to play it a bit safer. Yeah. 75. No, you know what? 65 to 80 cents. 65 to 80 cents for that bandana. But with the Boonie hat, I think you probably want to do maybe 70 cents to 80 cents. That's what I'd say. Because Boonie hats tend to be, at the very least, they hold their value a whole lot better. So yeah. Then we got the likes of the Bunny Blaster. Guys, 70 cents to 90 cents. It's very gimmicky towards Easter. It's not going to hold. The very second it's not Easter, people don't really want to care about that anymore. It's unfortunate, but yeah. If it's super gimmicky for the holiday, it's going to lose interest quite quickly. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I just immediately know. Yes, there is an AK. Yes, it's not. Oh, wow, that's 99 cents. Oof. So yeah, maybe that just reinforces the point. But that was an AK, but yeah, that's a whole different thing. So yeah, 70 cents to 90 cents. I'm concerned. Egg basket box, guys. We know Mr. PYH made a... yeah, there you go. He made a Valentine's box, small box, and the very second it's not Valentine's, people stop caring. So I will sit here and say, for this egg basket box, it's very nice, it's bright and colourful, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes below its rough store price. Hasn't sold that much, but even then I still think it's not going to hold up. Basically, my answer is, gentlemen, I believe that this is probably going to end up as low as around $1, maybe less. Maybe it's best to just do a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. That is my answer, because, this is what happens to holiday themed skins. Carrot bow. Bow skins don't really tend to hold up their value very nicely during the year. Yes, it's bright, it's orange, haha, but take a look at all the most recent bows. Down 45%, down 40%, down 33%, down 46%, down 29%. This one's up 4%. Oh, wow. Down 44%, down 47%. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes quite low. Maybe this is simply a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. I don't imagine the carrot theme will hold up its value. I don't think people will care enough. Yes, it's a silly gimmick, but I have doubts it's going to hold. So, yeah, 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Then we have the Easter Road Sign gloves. This might be one of those secret, in the background, people don't realise type of things. It might actually do quite alright. So road sign gloves actually tend to be pretty good investments, only if they're part of a collection, mostly. So even like with the comics road sign gloves selling a ridiculous amount, it's still only down by 4%. But then when you look at like the Skull Killer, the Black Gold, Berserker, Target, Copper, Dragon Rage. Oh, Dragon Rage has sold a lot, but again, only down by 6%. Glister, yeah. All of these part of collections and they held up. I will point out Target Road Sign Gloves isn't part of a complete collection, and this was actually manipulated. But, Road Sign Gloves by default, there's not many of them in red. Yep, that one's red, 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 that one's red. So out of like 26 different Road Sign Glove skins, only like 5 or 6 of them are in the red. All of the other ones are in the positive. That that Easter egg, so this Easter road sign gloves actually might be something that if I had to spend some money and try and not lose my money, try and make sure I don't lose any money, it might be these gloves. I'm not joking. And they're the lowest, well, rather, they're almost the lowest selling skin of the week. So, I don't know, maybe some people, look around and see if there's something to manipulate. Maybe they'll look at that and think, yeah, I'm going to attack that. Okay, and then we have the sweet wooden door. So this has holes in it. Yes, it's got some transparency. It's got the, what do we call it? It's got the pay to win aspect. But even then, when you go look at all of the other see-through wooden doors, let's go see how they're holding up. Let's go by newest, and well, that's down by 42%. Wild animals door, that's down by 23%. Yeah, I don't think people care that much. And yes, a lot of people have been making the joke that that's not icing, even then, I don't think it's going to hold value. Wooden doors, by default, they don't tend to be very good investments, and you can see that because most of them are in the red. Bad, negative. We don't want to lose money. We're looking to try and make a profit. So, in regards to these two skins, because I feel like they're going to probably end up probably around the same, I'm probably going to do 70 to 80 cents for both of these. 70 to 80 cents for both of these. I might even consider pushing up a bit more and maybe going a bit higher to maybe even 90 cents for this, because I really do think this actually might at the very least hold its value. But yeah, both of these, because they have hardly sold any. Yeah. But that one's looking to be better. And of course, that one's cheaper than that. So yeah, it's a lot better for this compared to that one. So yeah, that's basically all of the skins, isn't it? I just went through all of the skins. I pointed out what is and isn't abnormal. I pointed out the silliness that we might expect with the egg suit. So I don't know what we're going to see tomorrow in terms of the Easter skins, but we'll discuss that a little bit later. For now, let's just skip ahead and we will do the buy orders and then we'll see what happens with the likes of the egg suit. So let's skip ahead now. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to focus the Rustige egg first. Actually, I've got to go on this account for that, don't I? Yep. So, yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. Rustige egg. How many buy orders are we going to see instantly within a nanosecond of existing? And I wonder if people have insta-sold to those top buy orders on the egg suit. I wonder. Well, that's appeared. This hasn't. What's going on there? That was weird. Are you going to appear? No. Oh, what? What? Something weird's happened, chat, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. This is a worry. This is a worry. What's going on? Rustige egg white. Rustige egg white. I definitely grabbed it from here, didn't I? I definitely grabbed it from here, didn't I? So what's going on? Did nobody buy it and know to sell it right now? Uh-oh, that's a problem. Chat, did any of you buy it on the Thursday last week? You could sell it right now and list it at like a, I don't know. That'll do. All right. Okay. That's it. Yep, that was it. Now, let's just quickly, yeah, I think some people might have recorded the egg suit because, yeah, egg suit's just instantly gone. Look at all these people that listed theirs at 100. Hundreds of dollars. They all chased after it. That's what I wanted to see. Perfect. Now, I'm not sure if someone in my chat right here actually recorded the whole thing, but what you can see right here, that's tons of people that all tried to sell theirs for the top buy orders. So if you were wondering, if you were guessing, if you were thinking, surely nobody else is going to do that. Look at all of these people. Look at all of these people that did it. There you go. Perfect. So yeah, we can see the aftermath of all of that. All of these people thought they could make a quick sale, but there you go. It's funny. And yeah, now we've got 199 listed already. It's literally only just started to exist. Technically speaking, like properly, officially, you get what I mean. Right, well, you know what? Let's just, where's the old extensions? Let's just go grab this real quick, and let's start talking about buy order support. So yes, let's go whip this up, and, not this, let's go bring this over here. So let's bring you up. Let's start talking about the buy order support, and let's discuss the potential future for all of these, well, I guess we could just call them items and skin. So we'll do items first, then of course the skin. Right, so here we have the Rustige Egg White Egg. Very nice, very cool. Lots of buy orders, not too many buy orders to be honest. But remember, this is a $6.49 skin. Item. So by default, a brand new item will be abnormal by default. So with what we see here, buy orders only going up to about $4.50. Bit of a surprise. It's not, it's not the end of the world. But remember, we don't fully know how many of these eggs are actually in circulation. We don't know how many actually got bought last week. This isn't a situation where we can see tons of people trying to sell theirs and then remove the listings. But yeah, anyway, with only 7 of these on the market at the moment, it's looking to be, it's okay. This right here, I think we're probably only going to end up with around a couple thousand. I think we are going to end up with less than the Rustige green egg, for example. That would be helpful. That would help keep its value up. But even then, I still think this will go below its rust or price. All of the other eggs that have ever existed that came out after the red and the blue one, they all were below the rust or price at some point. So, that's only three other eggs. So, right. So this right here, at the very least, when times are good, when it's Easter again next year, I think it will be selling for $6.49 again. But I am cautious about the upcoming next few months. I do believe it's going to go below its rust or price. So this not even going close to $5, for example. Kind of not too surprised. Now we've got the egg suit. Egg suit, as I pointed out, instantly had tons of people trying to sell to chase after those buy orders. So, did anybody record it? Guys, did any of you record it? Because, yeah, I obviously announced the prices and whatnot. Did any of you record it like I asked? Please tell me someone recorded that live. Because you got to record, post it in media or directly to me, and we can take a look at it. Because we're going to see, you will literally just see the prices just go... But the fact that we actually managed to just scroll down and see all of the people removing their listings was perfect. Just goes to show how many people were trying to do it. So, yeah. It's already down to... I did see a few sales already happen at $6-ish. So here's the thing. What's going to happen now? Where is this going to end up at? What price is this going to end up landing on? We can immediately see that there's almost 200 of these already in existence. We've already seen 200. Just literally about 2 minutes ago, we saw 200. I don't know where the 25 vanished to, but yeah. I have reason to believe we've probably seen about maybe 500 to 1,000 of these being bought at the very bare minimum. Even though this was $10, people still bought a whole chunk of them. Because then everybody assumed, oh, it's a rare, valuable item. I can buy it for $10. I can instantly sell it to a thing for $10, $100. But yeah, with so many people listing, it's unfortunate, but that was expected. So I still think it's probably going to land around $5. As time goes on, when times are bad, it's probably going to land for $5. Got 2 egg suits for $15 USD. You bought them for 15 each, or did you buy them for $7.50 each, is what you're trying to say. Just reading what that guy's saying over there at the second. And yeah, we'll move on to the Easter chick door. So this was the only actual skin. And wow, those are some very silly listings. But yeah, not too many listings at the moment. But of course, we've got to wait. Astorti has messaged me. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll just finish this. I'll wait to see who has the best video, and then once we're done all of this, we can actually see the recordings of the egg suit, and we'll see how it all turned out. But yeah, this is a $2.49 skin, if I can remember, and the buy order's already gone up to about $1.30. That's a bit of a surprise. Nobody pushed for $1.70. I am... Where am I? Did I do my second buy order? Yeah, I did. I'm there at $1. I wanted to do a third buy order, but I wanted to wait a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll do that off stream, but I wanted to assess and see what everybody else was doing, because what usually happens is if you're the highest buy order, you're gonna get them like regardless. Like some people will probably give up immediately. So I thought about it a little bit more, but at the moment I'm probably gonna maybe do like a $1.50 buy order at the moment, from what I can see, because yeah, I don't think people are being brave enough to go even higher. So I'm probably going to push for the $1.40, $1.50 mark with a third buy order. So we'll leave it at that. Easter chick door, kind of wouldn't be surprised if you do go down in price. So yeah. So what we'll do is we'll skip ahead. We're going to see if we can see the video, and then yeah. So let's see if we can get a video and see what happens. So. Right then, gents, so it's been a few minutes. We saw some videos that people recorded, and we do have a very nice visual for how it all happened. So, yep, we're on the SMM page real quick, and we can see Easter Chick Doors got the prices, and we got this. For some reason, Egg Suit's kind of figuring itself out, but yeah, it's all there now. So let's go over to what we see over here. So Tycho recorded and put it on YouTube for some strange reason, but I'm not going to complain. And Phil got a good video as well. So let's just get a good look at this, because Phil doesn't even leave the page, doesn't refresh. He just leaves it and then bam, bang, bang, bang. That's it. Nanosecond. It's all gone. It's all gone in a nanosecond. So yeah, then he refreshes and you can see all of the people here starting to remove their listings once they realise they failed. So yeah, that basically happened. And then we got Tycho here. Tycho, thank you very much. Phil, he refreshed and then you see all of that. So I'm not sure if that's like Super HD, but we'll do that once more. Refresh now and then bam. I don't even think he refreshed. I think that just happened like right there and then. So yeah, and then everybody starts listing theirs. Hey, 120, 117, 47, 27, 27. And then you see all of the people there. So again, thank you very much, guys, for recording your videos and sharing them with us. But yeah. Real quick, how many appeared in your one? How many instantly appeared? We see 12, and then we start to see a whole lot more. When we had Phil's, it went all the way up to 322. So, yeah, there was a lot of people trying to do that. A lot of people thought they could sneak in and get that extra $120 sale. But there's one thing I should tell you. Oh, we got Ghoulie here. Ghoulie recorded at the time as well. Interesting. What do we see here? Euros this time. So you might have noticed that second highest buy order with the free quantity request, that disappeared as well. Yeah. Is your clock right? They were listing just before. How's that happened? I think your clock's a little bit out of sync. If you're about an hour ahead, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me. Yeah. But yeah, that's like 3 different perspectives now. So thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate that a lot. But Phil's has the very interesting one in the fact that, if I show this again, 322. Bam. 392. Whoa. So I'm not sure what happened there, but at the very least we know there's almost 400 Rust Egg Suits out there in this world. So clock is correct. It happened like that in real time. I'm very surprised, but I'm very grateful that you recorded all of it. So somehow people were selling their egg suits before. I don't know. But we got that all recorded. And again, once more, thank you to everyone that helped in showing all of that off. Ghoulie, Astorti, Phil, Tycho, much appreciated. I appreciate that a lot. And that's all good for the video as well. We all got to saw that ourselves. So now we need to talk about what we can expect for tomorrow. So, gentlemen, we have Easter week 2. That is our expectation. We have 2 weeks worth of Easter skin submissions, so surely there's going to be a week 2 for Easter, right? Surely, right? My expectation is, I think we're going to see a lot more week 1 skins appear. I'll be honest with you, in terms of the clothing and armour, there are a nice, decent batch of things, but for example, I think we might get all of the chick suit appear. I think we might get the whole shebang. The hoodie, the pants, the gloves, the boots, and I reckon we'll see Nest Hat with Bunny Hat reappear. And if we're going to see Nest Hat reappear, surely you want to give it the chick suit. And then we can have people dress up as chicks, we can have people dress up as rabbits, and they can kill each other. We can have war, Easter war. So yes, that's going to probably be a thing. That's just an assumption. I really do like the carrot balaclava and poncho as well. Garden of Easter gloves are right there. We might see that potentially be accepted. Loads of very nice things here. But yeah, that's all the top picks. So yep, TGG's top picks week 2. What I should also point out is I have also already done my skin check. So after this rotation tomorrow, next week, we will be returning to the regular skins. So all the skin creators have returned to making collection continuations and unique designs. And yeah, so we're all going back to normality for April 20th. So April 13th will be week 2 Easter. It's the expectation. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to expect. But remember, you've got to constantly keep an eye on the workshop. And if you also want to go take a look at the likes of my skin checks, so not only do I have the most recent skin checks, but I also have the Easter Week 2 skin checks. So yeah, that's if you want to. But this is the most up-to-date one. This was the skin checks that appeared just yesterday. So all the newest skins that were submitted. Which ones do you like? Well, of course, we have the link right there where you can go and vote for all of them yourself. Ta-da! Simple, so simple. So, yes, that's basically everything. That was the silly Easter event, I guess you could say, with the buy orders. There's a lot of egg suits out there, and we've got the visual of it. So, all right then. So, gentlemen, I've already explained what I think might be good prices for all of the regular skins tomorrow. Now it's just a case of when's the Rust Store going to happen? I don't think it's going to be early. There's not like an update to push out or anything, so I think it's going to probably appear on average maybe 7 o'clock UK time in the evening. That's my expectation. So that's basically it. Now we just got to sit and wait. Let's play the waiting game. All right, guys, I'll catch you all later. I hope that was interesting and enjoyable for you. You will have a good time. We'll see what appears tomorrow. I'm expecting at least another 10, maybe 12 skins. That's what I'm expecting. So you have a lovely sleep, and let's see what appears tomorrow. Let's see